Winston-Salem has Teslas flying down the streets. But when my daughter and I, a black quadriplegic father, needed a bus, we were left like we didn't exist. Not because I was late, not because I was lazy, but because in this city of innovation, they treat disability like a burden. The buses leave you behind. The drivers refuse to hook up your wheelchair. It's too much work. And your child, left standing next to you like you're invisible. That was my reality. But what happened next? It gets worse. Every single day, I risk my life just trying to get to a bus stop. No curb cuts, no ramps, no protection, just oncoming traffic and a prayer. And Winston-Salem has known about this since 1986. I found the documents. I recorded the streets. I captured the truth, time-stamped, GPS logged, legally undeniable. And when I built the solution, a full accessibility verification system through my business, Access Kings ENT LLC, they took it, they used it, and they cut me out. But I didn't stop. I built the case. I filmed everything. So I have names, emails, records, receipts, and now it's all public.
Curb cuts, no curb cuts. Where am I going to go? Curb cut all the way up here. When I'm trying to get across over there. Get up. Give us a ride. Come on. Shit, we need to get on this bus right here. That's right. Look, that motherfucker go right past us. Goddamn, that shit went right past us. What the fuck? Like we done did everything we're supposed to do. What y'all want, bro? Like, damn, bye. It pissed me off because he been good today. I can't even get on the bus because somebody want to pass me by because I ain't on the spot because we trying to get over there. Hey, what y'all want, man? We tried, man. We take passes by, but it was unnecessary.
They had ramps in Winston-Salem in 1986, before the ADA even existed. But in 2025, I still can't roll onto the sidewalk with my daughter. No curb cuts. But first, we're starting at Haynes Mall, a place tied to Michael Jordan, but if you're disabled, you can't even get up the street. The bus won't take us. So I, a black quadriplegic father, have to roll into traffic with my daughter beside me just to get to the doctor. This is the city of innovation, where the North Carolina School of the Arts was founded, where philanthropy and culture are celebrated, but they leave out the people who actually need the sidewalks. Stratford Road is a battlefield. There are no curb cuts, no ramps, no crosswalks, no protection. Just lane after lane of oncoming cars and the sound of your own breath as you pray you make it across. I documented every step, not for attention, but because this is survival. And when survival becomes evidence, it becomes undeniable. Winston-Salem never fixed Stratford, but they took my designs. They took my accessibility system and used it in other parts of the city, without my name, without permission, without ever calling me back. They want innovation without the innovators. They want curb cuts without the people who need them. They want a legacy built on stolen ideas and ignored lives. But this is my reality, and I'm still here, still rolling, still filming, still showing the world what they tried to bury. So when you look at these streets, don't just see cracks in concrete. See the cracks in a system, one that calls itself a leader, while forcing its most vulnerable to crawl just to be seen. This is Stratford Road. This is Winston-Salem. This is the battlefield they built. This bridge, right here on Stratford Road, this is where it happened. I was stuck, again. No curb cut, no warning, no way down. Cars flying by at 50 miles an hour, my daughter beside me, and all I could do was pray we made it across. Because Winston-Salem never made this road for people like me. Not for wheelchairs. Not for children walking with their fathers. Not for anyone who can't run when the light turns green. Not for the elderly. Not for the blind. Not for people who walk with canes, walkers, strollers. Not for families just trying to get across the street. And the city knew. They knew this in 1986. It's in their own accessibility guide. Sidewalks must be level. Curb cuts must be present. Transitions must be smooth. But for 39 years, they ignored it. For 39 years, they watched people fall, For 39 years, they gave out contracts, built luxury zones, bragged about Teslas and tech. While I risked my life just trying to be a father, I wasn't asking for anything fancy, just safety, just a ramp, just a sidewalk, just a chance to push my daughter through this world without dying in the process. But they didn't give us that. They gave us gravel, they gave us gutters, they gave us excuses. And then the bus came. I waved, I had the schedule, I was on time, but the driver looked at me and he kept going. Just drove right past. I lost it. Right there in front of my child, in the middle of traffic, in the middle of trying to hold everything together, I broke. After everything. After building an accessibility system, after emailing city officials, after capturing the proof, after surviving hospital after hospital just to come back stronger. That was the moment. That's when it hit me. They don't see us. Not as humans, not as families, not as people who matter. They see inconvenience. But what they don't know is I turned that pain into purpose. I created a system to help everyone. Not just me, not just people in wheelchairs, but everyone who's ever struggled to cross the street. And they still tried to take it. They took my ideas, they used my videos, and they left me out. While I'm just trying to get spinal cord rehab therapy, just trying to walk again, just trying to be the best father I can be. And now, you're watching what they ignored. So ask yourself this: how many more bridges like this are out there? How many more people, disabled or not, are one curb away from tragedy? How many more years do we wait for justice that should have been delivered in 1990? This is bigger than me, bigger than one city. This is America's battlefield. And together, we have the power to end this. This is just the beginning. The bus is coming. Finally. I wave. I've got the schedule in my hand. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be, and I'm smiling because maybe this time, they'll stop. But then, the driver looks at me, looks at my chair, looks at my child, and drives right past. No hesitation, no acknowledgement, nothing. Just wind and diesel in our faces. That's when it hit me, right there, in the street, with cars flying by, my daughter clutching my hand, and my chest collapsing in on itself. I broke. I'm trying to be strong.
I'm shooting a movie, so that situation, I wanted to know, like, could you just give me your eyewitness account of what happened, the danger that was? That could have been bad, but that was just an example. And when she dipped into that curb back there, because I'm gonna record it back there, I'm gonna go get that. I did see it. She fell in the hole, the wheel went down, and it kind of shook the carriage. And it's got babies in there, but that was just an example. I'm gonna go back and record the whole. You guys have a blessed day.
You know, they don't see us.
Right,
they don't see our humanity. They don't see our dignity. They don't see our need to survive. They see inconvenience. They see delay. They see cost.
Look at this.
And I'm breaking. Right there in front of her, on the edge of a gutter, next to a street that was never made for us. Because this wasn't just a missed bus. This was a message, loud and clear. You don't matter. You're not included. You don't belong. They had ramps in Winston-Salem. In 1986, before the ADA even existed, but in 2025, I still can't roll onto the sidewalk with my daughter. No curb cuts. And when I built the solution, bus stops, a full accessibility verification system through my business, Access Kings ENT LLC, they took it, they used it, and they cut me out. But I didn't stop. My wheelchair was damaged. I filmed everything. We were left behind. So I have names, emails, records, receipts, and now it's all public. Every violation. I gave them the blueprint to make the city safe. They used my work, but left me out. I'm a black quadriplegic father, a registered accessibility business owner. They had 39 years. Now I'm giving them one final chance. Because the truth is glowing too. And this time, we're not being silent.
Goddamn, that shit went right past us. What the fuck? Like we did everything we were supposed to do. What y'all supposed to do? We live right here. My man, all you guys. It can be an easy way. You shouldn't have to go all around the world just to make it on the curb cut. It's safer out here for you. We need it. We out here and we letting y'all know right now. Yes, right.
On University Parkway, right beneath a handicap sign that leads to nowhere. No curb cuts, no crosswalk, just danger. Because they don't care. They don't have to. Not when it's our lives on the line. The sidewalks are shattered, the buses out of reach, and downtown, they're lighting up arches with $165 million, while I can't even safely get to the news station that's just down the street. My wheelchair was damaged. My dignity was dismissed. But I didn't stay silent. I built a system. I mapped the violations. I showed them how to fix it. They used my work. They ignored my name. I'm a black quadriplegic father, a licensed accessibility expert, and I'm done waiting. They had 39 years to care.